Now, the place where I got all of the Reader's Digest books, that garage where I just started shoving like books, boxes of magazines and so forth over to the guy, she had so many boxes of flashcards. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, this is just too good to be true, these flashcards. So I put those in a box and I pushed them all over to the guy and said, you guard these. These are from 1961. These are butterflies and moths. And these will also be getting listed in my Etsy store. All different kinds of, these are educards of nature. So all different butterflies and moths with a description of each of them on the back. I mean, these will be in some of the kits that I'm creating as well for the Reader's Digest books. And yeah, I'm just like, ugh. Inside the house versus the garage, they were not quite as willing to wheel and deal, but the guy that was in charge of the garage, and that's, I guess, another little tip is just because one person that's running the estate sale, and these oftentimes are family run businesses, and they're trying to make a living and they work really, really hard at these estate sales. So I totally props and have great, respect and appreciation for them. But again, it doesn't hurt to ask. And just because one person who's running it is not, inside the house or whatever, doesn't mean that the person outside the house are running another part of it. And I was at another estate sale where I waited for almost 2 hours just to pay for my things. And one lady that was running people's tabs up was really willing to negotiate, and the other one, not so much. So you just never know. Just ask. The other little tip I would say to you is, I'm just going to try to show you these little adorable. These cards are so fun to use in various different journals. You can put words together. So yeah, these are 1948. These little cards. I don't know if you can see that. Every time I think I have my camera zoomed in well enough, it's not. Basic Sight vocabulary cards. These are fantastic. What was I saying? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I don't even remember. Oh, yeah. Guard your stuff. Guard your stuff. I turned around. I had parked my cart, my little bag that I carry. I had parked it because it was heavy, full of books. And I turned around and, there was a lady that was going through it. And I thought it was pretty obvious that it belonged to somebody. There were several of us in this room. And I had my, I have these little doily things right here. This was also part of the sewing house where I got the Reader's Digest books and so forth. And I'm sure she handmade all of these. And these will be really pretty in a journal type book because they're some of them they're like this silk, this one's silk, and some of them are linen. So you can kind of see through it. So you could put something on that, on the other side of that. You could sew this. You could sew, I don't know. It would deteriorate over time, but, probably who's going to be around by the time it does if you put some kind of plant material, dry plant material in there, or I don't know, whatever. These will be really, really pretty in some kind of book use. So, yeah. But in that same place, I had parked it and I had those sitting on it as well as a quilt and some other things. And I turned around and somebody was going through my things. There was another time when I was standing there looking. I'm looking, standing over the items. And somebody starts just grabbing in front of me. People will just grab in front of you. So you have to really protect your stuff. Like mark your territory or something. I don't know how else to put that, but you have to really, really be careful. So I don't even know what these are. I haven't even looked at some of these since I brought them home. This is this is a game. Grab, the reading game that children love. Blah blah. Builds phonic approach. Different cards, fun for the whole family. I do not see. 1953. Yeah. So these are, again, have different, and one pack's not even open, different words. So fun, fun, fun. Love these. And then this is like the little rule book. And let's see, 20 minutes. Anyhow, these were just all part of that great. There's just no way. This is some kind of a game. Addition flashcards, subtraction flashcards, U.S. Rummy for travel journals, a sound matching game called Take, another one called Take, 1953. This one, sorry, I have to open it. It's the States. I mean, these will be going into some travel journal kits. Fantastic. This just, you know, I got there early enough. I didn't get there right when it opened, but that's my tip for these is check out the places that you don't think you would find something, especially if you can divide and conquer, like the garage. Like if you're not interested in tools or any of that kind of stuff, just go, because you never know what's going to be in there. It could be treasure like this. And I can't even tell you, because I just shoved those boxes over to him, and at the end of it, this was the first time before I went back to get all of those Reader's Digest books. I just said, what do you want for this? And I don't even remember what he told me, but it was just like ridiculously low price. And these are treasures. So, in addition, at that same sale, they had this big box. And this box was $25 for the whole thing. This probably, if it had been out in the garage with the other guy, would have been like $10. And this is a box full of maps and full of postcards. This was also, and these will be part of cookbook. I started to find these at a Goodwill and picked up some, and now I have found other batches of them, but I love these. These are fantastic for cookbook journals. So you guys, you can see I have a lot of work to do. I am going to be busy, and yet I am going to go to the Monday Labor Day Goodwill sale, because everything is half off. But I'm going to be very, very persnickety and picky about what I find and what I pick up there. So because there are some things that I'm still in the search for. This has some fantastic old gas station maps. Like Texaco. Is there even Texaco anymore? Not, I don't think here in the West, and certainly not in California. This is 1964. Fantastic maps. So that's part of this book. Let's see, Phillips 66. Look at that. Look at that image right down there of a Phillips 66 gas station. This is probably, oh my gosh, look at the graphics on the back. Love it, love it, love it. So these are, and even at $25 for this whole box full of deliciousness, it's a deal. 1959, Texas. Oh, in Texas, we're thinking about you, praying for you. If you are in Texas, our sympathies go with you and everything that you're going through. And Texas 1959, and God be with you, and we're praying for you, and everything's going to be okay. I know it's not right now, but it's going to be okay. So anyhow, this is a box full of postcards. Not all of them are really old, but that's okay. That's all right. You know, we'll sort through it. There was something very special that I found in here. I can't tell you. It's a secret. It's going to be a gift for somebody, and she might be watching. But, like, I mean, this woman also, this is the sewer, the knitter, the crocheter. She loved to travel. She loved to travel. Oh, another funny little story, besides the fact that you have to mark and guard your territory, is that you're going to see. So when I went to the artists, I don't expect you, don't worry, I won't quiz you on all of this. You can't keep up. I can hardly keep up with myself. But the artists, when I went to the artists where I got all of these amazing fabrics and who potentially wore maybe just a little too much polyester, no disrespect intended, and polyester has its place. Certainly it's great for traveling, but be careful near flames. When I went to hers, I also went to this barn sale that was after. They were both in the same area, so I figured, why the heck not? And I went to this barn sale, and I saw the same people. Like, I turn around, you know, I'm in line and waiting for it to open, and I turn around, I'm like, oh, I just saw you. Oh, I just saw you. Oh, I just saw you. And so that was pretty funny. And you'll start seeing the same people. You get to know people really, and you know, and it's fun. It's fun. You meet people, and yeah, you're all on the hunt for treasure. This sewing book actually will be part of, again, sewing journal and journal kits. This is a McCall sewing book in a new thrift store that is a Teen Challenge thrift store that I had no idea existed, because I didn't used to be quite as obsessed as I am now. But this is from 1968, a McCall's. And so not a whole lot of graphic images in this, but the pages are big, they're in good shape, they got a nice texture and feel to them, so those will be fun. And you gotta love the pink. Gotta love the pink. All right, journal kits. So this is a Reader's Digest condensed book. This is 1990. Yeah, like I said, not a whole lot in the graphic image area with these 1990 ones, but this makes nice. If you kept it like this, you could recover it. This is perfectly good book board, and the binding is pristine on these because they went to a different, you know, a little bit more durable. So this is, if you purchase a book that has the book page block, the page signatures removed, this is what you will get. And this is primed. This is ready to be made into any kind of journal that you might desire. So I have begun to put together some journaling kits. This one I'm in the process of doing, and it is a nature wildlife themed journal kit. And the pages are fit to, there's these birch ones. You get 3. So there's enough for at least 3 signatures. There's the main pages. I've done 3 for 3 signatures, because here's the thing about these. Once you start tucking all of your goodies into them, if you've made these before, you will know. For instance, pardon me for reaching over the camera, but this right here is the first one that I made, and it has 5 or 6 signatures, and it's a thick book. It is quite a bit thicker, and I completely had to rebind this one, but as you can see, it works. It's good. It's much thicker, and I mean, you know, it's fatty, it's full, and I love them like that personally. Not everybody does, but I do. So yeah, I'm preparing these journaling kits to have 3 signatures in them. You can do more if you like, but I'm going to provide the basis for 3. So we have here birch paper, lovely birch paper, very wildlife nature themed. These are tea stained, black tea stained, and they have these lovely fern images on them on one side, and then on the other side kind of a graph. I don't know how well that comes out. These ones are a little bit bigger, so these are just the size of the Reader's Digest book. As you can see, they tuck in there. Various different sizes, because that's how junk journals are meant to be. These 3 are tracing paper, so those will be in, and each one will be slightly different. These are meant to have unique pages in them, not samey. If you want samey, sorry, that's not gonna do it. That's not my thing. And these have that lovely crinkle stationery. These are from that nature. If you watched my one of my Goodwill hunting videos early on, which I'm still early on, but you know what I mean. This is from that nature journal. That was a children's nature journal. So these are perfect, 3 of those. These are stenographer's notebook pages. Nice old, no staining necessary on these ones, I tell you. They're nice and browned around the edges, but still in good shape. And I personally love the nubbies. I left the nubbies on in case you love the nubbies as well. But if you want to cut the nubbies off, you feel free. It's your journal. So 3 of those, 3 of these. These are some lovely old, again, no need to dye because these have a nice kind of already aging starting on them. Patina. We call that patina, not browning, patina. And then these fun pieces of that you can use however you like, vintage wrapping paper with birds of a variety on them. You can make pockets out of these. You can make pages out of these. You can just turn them this way and make pages. You can journal on them. You can sew them onto thicker cardstock. You can make little baggies out of these. Lots of videos out there, tutorials for how to make the baggies, which I've started to do and will continue to. This is from one of the old books that I found. These 3 pages right here have all kinds of wildlife on them, really cool images. I think these are from some kind of a textbook or children's type encyclopedia. Love that one of the birds. I love birds, and I have lots of bird stuff. So anyway, you'll be seeing more of that. This is from Animals Can Be Almost Human. Love that rabbit image. A lot of text in that particular book, but you know, text works. And you can always use some gesso, white paint or white gesso to cover that, or you can sew around the edge a blank piece of paper, and then you have that in, additional dimension of the sewing on there. So that's got a little rabbit on there. This one has a mountain goat, and this one has an adorable otter. Yeah, so those are fun. So 3 of those. And then these are from a California, I don't know if it's a textbook, I can't remember, but anyway, of the forest, really beautiful, and love these, of the mushroom funguses. Again, they'll all be different. Just because I'm showing you these doesn't mean this will be in the wildlife nature journal kit that you get, but I will do my best when I get these. I want to make more of them before I list them on my Etsy store. But I'm just giving you a heads up. So yeah, so lovely images there. And fern, this is a fern, images on that, and redwood burl, things that you find in the California forests. Love just these colors. I think it's one of the things that I'm so attracted to in the vintage and retro kind of era. And then these pieces right here are from an Audubon Game Animals, a selected treasury for sportsmen. So yeah, these are beautiful, thick. They got a really nice weight to them. Little woodchuck. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I almost did it. And the black bear. So yeah, so that's the pages. And then in addition to that, this is like little wildlife stamps. 3 of these really nice, they have a wood grain on them, baggies, but they're, oh, good Jenny, just tear it. Okay, no worries, I'll fix that. They have a really nice, okay, so the glue is, yeah, we'll fix that up before we include those. It's still good, it's not tearing, it's just that the glue is coming off of that, but they're really thick, they're nice, they have a nice thickness to those. So yeah, sorry about that. These little slips, I don't know, some kind of somebody's Filofax address slips, but those are really good for journaling. And then this is these old prospect data sheets from some kind of a surveyor's office or something or other, little cards, really fun for journaling on. 3 envelopes of different sizes, or maybe you'll get the same size. They may or may not be craft, but envelopes are always fun. Got to have those in journals. And then these, I have a couple of these that I got from our local Marshalls, and I loved the images. They're 2018 monthly planner calendars, but I loved the images that were in these. Look at that octopus. Isn't that fantastic? You won't be able to get the whole thing once it comes apart. Oh, look at those little possums. They're so cute. But I love the images in these. So I purchased a Woodland Tales one, and that's what's in this journal is these images. And They'll have a little bit of calendar on the other side, but you know, again, these are cute, folded. You can fold them like this so you get the whole fox in there. You can just use this on one sheet and sew around it, make a pocket out of it, whatever you like. But they're really cute. This one's good for journaling. It has all these little woodland creatures and the calendar on the other side. You could sew it to the edge. You could use washi tape and flip it out. This one has a nice journaling spot on that side with lines as well. And then it says, in all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous, Aristotle. So I am already at almost 40 minutes. Well, with this video, I might cut this in half and do 2 videos. Oh, and then these kind of cool, they're a peachy salmon color. So yeah, that works. And I like the fact that it brings out some of the tones of the others. And then you will also get the cutoffs, some of the cutoffs that come with. And I think that's it. I'm also working on a traveler's one. And I'll be working on sewing ones. And so stay tuned because there's lots going on and lots to do. Thanks. Bye. And go to an estate sale. You'll love it.